it just us?
Yes, it's just you and Keith. Special session.
Oh God. This
Depression.
is this is all this is bad.
No, it's not just the two of you.
I don't see anyone else on the call. Am I?
We-
Oh, sorry. I'm not special with all these other people that I just scrolled to the left with. Rosa, don't laugh at me.
Yes, you scroll to the left on everybody. That's okay. That's all right. Hey, are you driving?
As usual, going
As you
somewhere, doing something.
as
Trying to,
usual. Okay. So I'm assuming that Key has the phone, right?
yeah, like safety first. Colorado just passed that new law.
Come on. Thank you. Safety first at all times.
Right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
and we do have a firefighter on the call with us tonight, but I don't think she can get to you guys in time.
Fair enough.
It might take her a minute to get to you. Now I know she would try.
Wayne, how are you feeling? He wants to know.
I am feeling much better today. Much, much better.
That's good.
Mm, staying hydrated.
That's right.
All right. It is 7:04. We're going to go ahead and get started. And as anyone else joins us, we'll add them to the party as we progress. Now, as we know, the way this operates is that we just completed quiz number 7, so we're going to review it question by question. We have our rule references, and we will go through the references, and we will answer any questions that anyone has. Yes, this session is being recorded so that you can go back and review at your leisure. And if there's anything that you need clarification on, follow up on, just let me know, and we can connect and we can review it. Okay. I'm going to spotlight the screen so that everyone can see it. All right. And by the way, I am going to do something a little bit different also. I'm going to create a link in our link tree, and I'm going to post all of our quiz reviews and our review documents in one location so that everyone will know exactly where it is so they can access it whenever they need it. Okay, are we ready to get started? All right. Let's go for some quiz metrics real quick. So we had a pretty wide point distribution on this week's quiz from 50 to 100. And the quiz was a little challenging, which is good. I like that. It the idea is, as you all are already familiar with, we don't really focus on the scores per se. That's not the point of anything that we do. The goal is for all of us to develop and to continue the habit of studying, doing your research, studying, gathering information, and then applying that information that you do research, that you do learn. And so that is the whole process of this endeavor for this summer. Our most frequently missed questions were question number 6, which when we get to question number 6, I have a clarification on that question. All right. So each one of you are probably going to gain a point or two on question number 6. And then also question number 7, which is which of the following is true concerning the jump ball? Okay, 3 out of 13 were correct. All right, so let's get right into our quiz breakdown. Now, this is interactive, people. Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. For those of you who are not driving, okay, for those of you who are not driving, if you're safe at home, at the office, sitting still, you're good. If you're driving, please don't try to open your books and try to read while you're driving. All right. Question number 1. The ball shall become live when on A, on a jump ball, the ball leaves the official's hand. B, on a throw-in, when the ball is at the disposal of the thrower in. C, on a free throw, when the ball is at the disposal of the free thrower. D, when any goal is made. E, all of the above. And of course, the correct answer is A through C. And we did pretty good on this question. Our rule reference is Rule 6-1.2 A through C on page 63. Does anyone happen to have their rule book open to Rule 6?
I do.
Excellent. Rosa, read 6-1.2 A through C for us, please.
The ball shall become live when, on a jump ball, the ball leaves the official's hand. On a throw-in, the ball is at the disposal of the throw-in. On a free throw, the ball is at the disposal of the free thrower.
Correct. Those are the three instances when the ball becomes live. We used to say the ball becomes alive. And why is that important? We need to know the status of the ball at all times because we have certain parameters that go into effect when the ball is live or when it's dead, when it comes to adjudicating plays, and especially adjudicating fouls. So we need to know when the ball becomes live. We need to know when the ball is dead. We also have another reference, Appendix 6, number 4 on page 119. Rosa, can you go to page 119?
Okay.
Yeah, it's Appendix 6, number 4, page 119.
The jump ball, the throw-in, and the free throw are the only methods of making the ball, I'm sorry, making a dead ball live.
Correct. And as you guys have probably noticed over time, I really do my best to try to access and utilize the appendixes of the rulebook. That's a section of our rulebook that we really do not pay enough attention to. There's a plethora of information available to us in our appendices, and they're part of the rules. So we should be get just as versed in that part of the rule book as we are in our rules 1 through 11. Tracy Mulligan, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How was your day?
Was it another day at work? Another day at the office?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yes, happy to be here.
Thank you. Happy to have you. And your time is perfect. We just literally just started. So we just finished question 1. So we're about to roll into question 2.
Perfect.
All right. Question 2. Now, Tracy, you're not driving, are you?
No, sir. I'm at home trying to keep my dogs wrangled up.
Oh, okay. Good. 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 I want to make sure you weren't trying to drive and read and follow everything else all at the same time. All right. Now, we talked about when does the ball become live? Well, the ball shall become dead or remain dead when A, any goal is made, right after the ball passes through the rim, the ball is immediately dead. B, it is apparent that the free throw will not be successful on a free throw for a technical foul or a free throw that is to be followed by another free throw or awarded throw-in. C, a held ball occurs or the ball lodges between the backboard and the ring or comes to rest on the flange. D, an official blows a whistle except when the try is in flight. E, time expires for a quarter or overtime. F, a timeout is requested by a coach. G, an official blows a whistle when a foul is committed by a shooter's teammate before the ball is released for a try for goal. I want you to visualize that. And H, an official blows a whistle when any floor violation, rules 9-2 through 9-14, occurs. There is basket interference or goaltending, rule 9-15, or there is a free throw violation by the free thrower's team, rule 9-1. I'm not going to cover that one because we have another question that covers that. And our rule reference is Rule 6-5, 1A through D on page 65. So tell me, why does the ball not become dead when a coach is requesting a timeout? Anybody?
The coach asking for the timeout may not have possession.
May not have possession. That's true. I want us
Repeat
to
the
think
question.
about the. Go ahead.
Repeat the question one more time. What you said? Why? What?
Why does the ball not become dead when a coach is requesting a timeout?
When an official calls blow the whistle to grant the timeout.
Hang on. I think Key wants to add something.
Definitely. Come on, Key.
Huh? Because coaches can call a timeout, it's not a timeout until the officials grant the timeout.
Come on. Yes, just because they're requesting it does not mean that play stops, correct?
Right.
So we must have what? We must have a whistle first. We must have a whistle first, and then we can grant the timeout, correct? Yes, so just because the coach requests does not mean that the ball automatically becomes dead. Good. All right. Let's roll into question number 3. On a jump ball, the ball shall become live when it leaves the official's hand, but the game clock shall not start until the ball is legally touched. It's either true or false, and the correct answer is true. And our rule reference is AR 6-1, page 57, and Rule 6.1.2.A on page 63. And how about if I go ahead and read case play for us? How about that? There we go. All right. Blow that up a little bit for everybody. AR 6-1. On a jump ball, the ball shall become live when it leaves the official's hand, but the game clock shall now start until the ball is legally touched. Ruling. Most jump ball violations occur after the ball leaves the official's hand. If the ball did not become live until touched, these would be acts committed during a dead ball and therefore be different from most other violations. And we just touched on this earlier, which is why it's important to know the status of the ball. Whenever we have the ball is either live or dead, it has an impact on how we adjudicate plays, especially contact. Now, we know that if for some reason, if a rule was written differently, where the ball did not become live until the ball was tapped or touched by a jumper, so there's a time frame from the toss to the tap. And in that window, if we have any contact, if the ball isn't live, now it's dead ball contact, which means it has to be either what? If it's dead ball, it has to be either what? What type of penalty? What type of contact? What type of foul?
A technical foul.
Not for contact.
Unsportsmanlike.
Flagrant.
Flagrant one.
Flagrant 1 or
2.
flagrant 2. Correct. That's correct. Flagrant 1 or flagrant 2. Those are our options when the ball is dead. That is the whole purpose for this this review session, this quiz and this review session, so that we become adept at understanding when the ball is live and when it is dead. So then we can adjudicate our rules and our procedures correctly. All right, good. All right, let's move on to question 4. We did pretty good on this question also. The lead official will administer all throw-ins on the sideline below the free throw line extended of the offensive team's front court. On such throw-ins, the lead official sounds their whistle prior to administering the ball to the thrower. Start a visible 5-second count at shoulder level, using the arm further from the thrower end. So let me touch on this real quick. I want you to visualize this. So if we're inbounding the ball on the sideline from lead, below free throw line extended, and we bounce the ball to the thrower end, we normally count with our outside hand, correct? This would be the exception. This is when we would count with our inside hand because it is the hand furthest away from the thrower end. Inside hand, this is the exception. So someone should always be asking, why do we always want to count with the hand away from the thrower end? So that we can reduce the potential for interfering with the inbound pass inadvertently. You know, some of us our arms are longer than others. Faye, our arms are much longer than others. So if we're using the hand that's closer to the thrower end, we might be crossing into their space. We might be crossing into their space while they're trying to inbound the pass, and it may inadvertently hit our hand, our fingers, our arm. Now we've had a direct impact on the play, correct? All right. C, use that same counter hand to chop in time when the ball is touched by any player on the court. D, observe the game clock and shot clock to ensure they are properly started on a legal touch. E, A, C, and D. The correct answer is F, all the above. All the above. Yes, every time we inbound, this is our process. This is our procedure. Every time we inbound the ball on the sideline from lead. Our rule reference is CCA 3.2.2B 1 through 4 on page 48. And it actually lists them in order in our CCA manual. All right. Any questions so far before we roll on to question number 5? Anybody, any clarification? TC, do me a favor. Keep your eye on the inbox and make sure I don't miss someone trying to join. Thank you.
I will.
All right, number 5. The first or only free throw violation by the offense causes the ball to become dead immediately. True or false? Everyone got this question correct. That is true. Rule reference, appendix. You know I love my appendixes, right? Appendix 6, number 10, page 119. Rose, are you still in the appendix? On page 119?
I am now.
Okay, good. Can you read that for me? Number 10.
The first or the only free throw violation by the offense causes the ball to become dead immediately. I'm sorry, a little. But yeah,
Yes.
causes the bad. Yeah.
Yes, immediately. Immediately. Which means that if it's followed by a violation by the defense, it is ignored, correct? It's not the same if it's the opposite. Because if we have a violation by the defense first, we're going to have a delayed violation. And we use our delayed signal. All right. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate that. All right. Number 6. During teammates' alternating possession throw-in. Okay, let me stop right here. I'm going to read this question, and then I'm going to clarify it for all of you. Because I should have used a different term when I was writing it. So I'm going to read it like I wrote it initially. Then I'm going to add what should be there. During teammates' alternating possession throw-in, when teammate commits any violation, Team B is awarded the ball for a throw-in, and the alternating possession arrow is switched to favor Team B. The way this question should have read is during teammates' alternating possession throw-in, when Team A commits any infraction and not violation. And the reason why is because if Team A commits any throw-in violation, then yes, they lose possession and the arrow. But what is an infraction other than violations? What is a rule infraction other than violations?
Okay, delay of game.
A kickball.
Kickball is a violation, correct? What else
A
could be
foul.
considered? What's that, Kyle?
A foul.
Yes, that is correct. A foul. If team A commits a team control foul during the throw in, then they would not lose the arrow. Yes, they would lose possession, yes. But the arrow would stay with team A, would not be switched to team B. Once again, this is that distinction that's important to understand and to know so that we can adjudicate the rule correctly. And so I'm going to give, after the quiz, I'm going to give everybody credit for this question because it's my fault. I worded it incorrectly. It should have read infraction versus violation. Well, regardless of what my rationale was when I wrote it, it should have read infraction. So yes, everyone will get an extra, 10 points? Yes, an extra 10 points on the score. So that should help some of us, including myself. And our rule reference is Rule 6-3.7 and 8 on page 64. All right.
Can I add something, Wayne?
Of course.
And this is probably, I'm just going to say it, but
Say
this
it.
probably should be known. But that also includes, like, if the ball is in, like, if they are passing it in, the ball is still in the air
Mhm.
and the offense commits a foul, they still would retain the AP arrow because the ball has not been legally touched. And I only bring that up because I had that happen to me this past year in a game.
Yes, you did. And you're right. The ball's in the air. In essence, the throw in has not ended because the foul occurred while the ball was in the air before it was legally touched inbounds. So yes, the throw in hadn't ended. So technically, the ball has the status of, we covered this a couple weeks ago. The ball has a status of what when it's in the air?
The last
It's still alive,
Place.
right?
It's still alive, correct?
place it was touched.
Right. The last either
Team
location
control.
or person it was in contact with. Yes. So in essence, if the throw in was the last person to have control of the ball, the last touch it, and the ball's in the air, the throw in doesn't end until it is touched or legally touched on the court by another player. So yes, Kyle is correct. If we have a foul in that window, this is when this is where it will probably require crew officiating, where all of us have to get together and add each one of our portions of the play in order to adjudicate it correct. One of us has to throw in, one of us has the foul, one of us sees the ball in the air when the whistle goes off. So we can have a conversation that allows us to get the play right. It will allow us to get our resumption to play correct. All right.
Wayne, I had a question about that.
Sure.
I was going through the casebook looking at that, and there was a case that, the player throwing it in holds the ball over the boundary line, right? And then it comes to a held ball,
Yes.
right? The possession still remains with the team throwing it in because it never ended,
Because the throw in never ended.
right?
Correct.
So what if it happens again? The same scenario.
Let me see if I understand the question. So we have a throw in who extends ball over the boundary line, and the opposing player doesn't take it, but they tie it up, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And so the throw in, no, I take that back. No. You have the case play in front of you?
The ball has been legally touched in
Thank you.
bounds.
Yes, the ball has been legally touched in bounds. Correct. The ball has been legally touched in bounds, so the throw in has ended. Oh, I love that question.
But I thought the possession would still remain with the team.
Well, let's walk through it. So teammate is inbounding the ball, correct?
Mm-hmm.
A1, if you can find the case play, that'd be great so we can read it for everyone. A1 is the inbounder, and she reaches the ball across the plane into the playing court. B1, who's playing defense, reaches out and we have simultaneous possession and ties it up, right? Boop,
Mm-hmm.
jump ball. Well, the throw in ended because it was legally touched in bounds. So the AP throw in has ended. And when the AP throw in ends, the arrow automatically switches to team B.
Maybe you're getting that confused then.
That's okay, but that's why we're walking through it. And if you can find that case play, then we can verify my information is correct.
I'm looking,
Yeah,
scrolling.
that very easily could be wrong. I could be led astray by Kyle Myers. Wouldn't be the first time.
Hey, now, okay.
Oh, yes, if you can find it, that'd be wonderful. All right. Yeah, okay, keep looking for it while we go through question number 7.
Okay.
Question number 7. Which of the following is true concerning the jump ball? A jump ball shall begin when the ball leaves the official's hand. B, the ball shall become live when it is touched by one or both of the jumpers. We just covered part of that earlier. C, each jumper may face in either direction. D, a jumper may only recover the ball once it touches a non-jumper or an official. E, a non-jumper located near the foul line may not move until the ball leaves the official's hand. The correct answer is A and C. And our reference is Rule 6.1.2 A through C on page 63. And Appendix 6, number 4 on page 119. Uh-oh, I was going to have TC read something from them, but she left us. No worries. I'll tell you what, how about if I read it? Page 63. Okay. I'm going to get over there. Scroll. The 6.1. There we go. Here we go. Article 2. A jump ball begins when the ball leaves the official's hand. The jump ball and all jump ball restrictions, except for those pertaining to the jumpers, shall end when the ball is legally touched by a jumper. The playing court, basket, backboard, an official, or when the ball becomes dead. The jump ball and all jump ball restrictions for the jumpers shall end when the ball touches the playing court, the basket, the backboard, a non-jumper, an official, or when the ball becomes dead. So that's part of your answer. Those are those are the elements when a jumper can recover the ball. Article 5. Each jumper may face in either direction. They don't have to be facing each other. Remember that. If a player is in the center circle for the toss at the beginning of a game and she doesn't want to face the opposing player, she doesn't want to jump, she doesn't have to. Article 9. Players may move around the center circle without breaking the geometrical cylinder that has a center circle as its base after the ball has left the referee's hand during the toss. Here's the key. A player located more than 3 feet from the center circle is not subject to these restrictions. So if we have a player outside the 3-foot arc, beyond the center circle, they do not have the restrictions of having to on their movements. They can move any direction they want. They can do anything they want to do. They can take out running before the ball is tossed. They can do whatever they want to do because they do not have the same restrictions. And I like to share that because how many of us will enter the center circle and tell the ladies, do not move? Don't move. Well, by rule, they can move. We just have to understand what are the parameters. What direction can they move? And where can they go? And what can they not do? That's the key. That's why this section is really, really important. All right. And since Rosa, I know it's still in Appendix 6, can you read number 4 for me?
Number 4 of,
Appendix 6, page
oh,
119.
okay. Oh, yeah, I am right here. What number?
Number 4.
The jump ball, the throw in, and the free throw are the only methods of making a dead ball live.
That can't be right. My rule reference must be off. It cannot be right. Hold on a second. Let me find it. Rules. Let's go to Appendix 6. Why don't we? Let's see. Method dribble, possible dribble. Okay. You know what? Maybe I love my appendix too much. Yep. That reference does not apply to that question, so we can remove that reference from question number 7.
Sorry, I didn't double check.
No, it's okay.
Apologize.
But that means I love my appendix too much. All right, cool. So yes, we'll take appendix 6, number 4 on page 19 off of our reference for question number 7. All right, so let's move into question number 8.
I actually was able to find the rule, the case. If you want to look it up, Wayne, I think you had it up.
Yes, let's take a look at it.
It's 612.
612? All right.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it. And let's verify the information that we're discussing. All right. AR 612 on page 60. Team A has been awarded a throw-in after a violation. A1, during the throw-in, breaks the boundary plane with the ball and extends the ball over the playing court. B1 causes a held ball. The possession area favors Team A. A1's breaking the boundary plane and extending the ball over the playing court does not violate throw-in provisions. B1 legally grabbed a live ball and caused a held ball. The ball shall be awarded to Team A for an alternating possession throw-in. So yes, it is awarded to Team A because this was an ordinary throw-in and not an AP throw-in. So by A breaking the boundary plane and extending the ball over the playing court, it is not a throw-in violation. It is a legal play. B1 legally grabbed the live ball and calls a held ball. So we go to AP. If it had been an AP throw-in, then the AP throw-in would have ended, and then whoever was entitled to the throw-in after that throw-in ended would be awarded the basketball. So if it's an AP throw-in, that means Team A had the error. She extends the ball over the boundary plane onto the playing court. B1 ties it up. Boop. The throw-in ends. So immediately the arrow switched because the throw-in ended to Team B. And now that we have a tie-up, boop. According to the arrow, that's going to determine our resumption of play on who's awarded the next throw-in, which would be Team B.
Okay.
Rosa, I love it. That adds to our discussion. Good reference. All right. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to play this video. Let's see if it plays. Come on. YouTube. There we go. All right. Here's our video. Then we're going to answer the questions.
We can't see it.
I'm going to move it over here so everybody can see it. And I'm going to turn the volume down because Penny's trying to give my answers away.
She did.
So I'm going to play it all the way through. We're going to play it again. Now, mind you, on this screen, because of Zoom, the clock is going to be hard to see, which is on the stanchion, the support right here on the front of the backboard. So we're going to play it all the way through, then we're going to play it again. All right, here we go. So we have a throw in on the inline. Come on, play for me. There we go. The defender had crossed the boundary plane when she made contact with the throw in, correct? Or am I incorrect?
What did you just ask?
The defender, the white defender, let's call it 13. She reached across the boundary line and made contact with the ball.
Correct.
Boom, right there. Okay. So is that did the ball become live when she touched the ball?
No.
No.
You did not. And why did the ball not become live? Only touched by a player other than the thrower in.
Well, she was out of bounds and she had crossed the boundary line.
Because she had crossed the boundary line, and anytime a player, and here's what's important, when she crossed the boundary line is when the play becomes dead. Not the touch and then out of bounds. When she crosses the boundary line, the play becomes dead because we're going to issue a what?
Delay of game.
Delay game warning, correct. And if it's the first delay of that type, it is just a warning. If it's the second delay of that type, what is the penalty?
Attack.
Technical foul, correct. And I really wish that we could see the clocks clearer because the clock ticked down when she touched it and the ball went out of bounds.
Rosa.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Rosa, what type of tech?
Kyle knew exactly where I was going. Hey, anyone, what type of technical, other than TC, what type of technical foul is it?
A unsportsmanlike.
No,
Oh, we don't
I'll-
have an F1
nope,
I'll
not
tell you the
one.
answer. It's a team tech.
team tech.
Team technical foul. And it does not count against the player, but it does count against what?
The team.
Team fouls.
The team foul totals. Yes. Correct. And hence, since the ball becomes dead as soon as she crosses the boundary line, and we talk about awareness constantly, correct? Clock awareness, game clock, shot clock. The ball was tipped, went out of bounds, but we have a delay of game warning on white 13, which means the ball became dead as soon as she crossed the boundary line. And any time that elapsed, we have to be aware so we can put that time back on the clock. It's the layers, the multiple layers that we have to be aware of. That's why we have to understand. We have to have a keen understanding of when the ball becomes dead. It's not the touching out of bounds. It's when she broke the boundary plane. That's when the ball became dead, and that's when we issue a delay of game warning on that player. If time elapsed, we put the time back on the clock. And once again, this would probably require team officiating because each of us would have a piece of the information that we would need to get this play correct. Because more than likely, your lead official probably is not aware that time came off the game clock. But your trail and your C should be keenly aware of where the clock was prior to the inbounds and where the clock was when we glance up after the whistle so that we can reset the game clock. Oh, I love it. Any questions about that scenario? So our answers were A, when the defender crosses the boundary plane and touches the ball remains live, which we just discussed, it does not. We will issue a delay of game warning if it's the first delay of this type. And C, we will reset the game clock to 4:37 on the game clock. So the answer is B and C. We did pretty good on this question also. Here are your rule references. Rule 7-6.9b on page 71. Rule 4-9.1.g. And Rule 4-9.2 on page 47. Rule 5-10.2.a on page 56. And AR 4-3 on page 30. And remember, this was a layer play. That's why it takes several references, several rules to get the play correct. If we overlook one or two of our references, we run the risk of not adjudicating this play accurately and correctly. Any questions on that before we move on? I want to make sure everyone's clear. Faye, you good?
Yes, I believe so.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Here we go. All right. Question number 9. And as you can tell from the scores, we were a bit split on our answers. The ball was deflected or tapped by B1 in the direction of Team A's basket after an unsuccessful try for goal by Team A. I need you to visualize. The signal to end the quarter or overtime is activated while the ball is in flight. The ball enters the basket from above and passes through the net. Does the goal count? I want you to think about that. The ball is deflected by B1 in the direction of Team A's basket after A1 attempts a shot that is unsuccessful, a try that is unsuccessful. After B1 taps it, the signal to end the quarter or overtime is activated while that ball is still in the air. And after the quarter or overtime ends, the ball enters the basket from above and passes through the net. Do we count the basket? Yes or no? The correct answer is no. Our rule reference is AR 6-14 ruling on page 6. Rule 6-5.1.e on page 65. And Rule 5-1.1 on page 52. Does anyone happen to have their casebook open to AR 614 on page 60? Kyle, are you still driving or are you made it to the house?
I've been at the house.
I'm happy to hear that. Let's open our casebook to page 60.
Yeah. Hold on.
I love it.
I was hoping I could make it all the way through.
Come on, man. You should know better than that by now. Everybody should know better than that.
Was thinking I could use my brain all the way through it. Page 60. What am I reading?
AR 614 in the ruling.
Ball is deflected or tapped by B1 in the direction of Team A's basket. 1. After an unsuccessful try for goal by Team A. Or 2. After a throw in by Team A with 0.3 of a second or less on the game clock. In both cases, the signal to end the quarter or overtime is activated while the ball is in flight. The ball enters the basket from above and passes through the net. Does the goal count? Ruling no, the activation of the signal caused the ball. The activation of the signal caused the ball to become dead while in flight because the deflection tap was not a legal try since it occurred at the wrong basket. The goal shall not count.
Correct. 100% correct. So once again, visualize this. B1's tap is not a legal shot attempt at the basket. Well, we know that if A1 had released the ball on a legal attempt and the horn sounds, the ball does not become dead simply because the quarter has ended, because the try has not ended. Since B1's tap towards A1's basket is not a shot attempt, as soon as the horn sounds, the ball becomes dead, which does not allow us to count the basket. So once again, as you see as we are progressing, we are adding layers and layers onto our understanding of the need to know when the ball is live and when the ball is dead. If we have an understanding, that allows us to get to adjudicate our plays accurately and correctly. Kyle, thank you for reading that for me. I appreciate that. All right.
You are most welcome.
Now, would it count if the buzzer goes off after the ball goes in?
Yes. Yes. Because it would pass through the rim, through the basket before the horn sounded. So the ball would not be dead until after either the horn sounded or passes through the net. Then the ball becomes dead. So yes, it would count. And it would only count for 2 points.
So if it's still in the net and hasn't completely passed all the way through,
come on,
it would not count.
Correct. Yes, sir. Because it has to pass all the way through to be a successful goal. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we definitely go into the monitor for that one.
For sure, definitely. Good question, Rosa. All right, number 10. A live ball shall not become dead until the try and flight ends when A, an official's whistle is blown. B, I love it when things just fall together. Time expires for a quarter or overtime. C, a foul occurs. Or D, an inadvertent whistle. Our correct answers are A, B, and C. Our rule reference is Rule 6-6.1A through C on page 65. So let's walk through this again. A live ball shall not become dead until the try and flight ends. So we have shot attempt. Even though we have a whistle, the ball's in the air, is the ball still alive? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Once again, we have a shot attempt, ball's in the air, time expires for the quarter or overtime. Is the ball still alive?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Our third scenario. Once again, we rise up, shot attempt, ball's in the air, and we have a foul off the ball. Does the ball become dead?
No.
The ball is still alive, correct?
Right.
Yes. That's why we have to have a keen understanding of when the ball is live and when the ball is dead. Now, if we have the ball's in the air and we have an inadvertent whistle, are the same parameters in play?
No.
You're 100% correct. And that goes back to part of our previous quiz that we took a couple of weeks ago. I love it. All right. All right. That's the end of quiz number 7. Huh? Oh, Nicole is joining us. That is the end of quiz number 7. All right. Do we have any questions at all regarding the questions, the answers, the scenarios, anything that we've discussed this evening?
You said you were going to give points on number 6 and 7 or just 6?
Just 6.
Darn.
Hey, I don't blame you for asking. I don't blame you at all.
It was a good try, Rosa.
It really was, yes. So yes, I will update everybody's scores. And everyone who happened to miss question number 6 will get credit for it. Yeah, it'll bump you up a notch. That's good. Okay, so now we will quiz 8, where since we had a discussion, the quizzes will be every 2 weeks. So we did not release a quiz this week. I will release quiz 8 next Sunday. And then the following Sunday, we will schedule a review session for quiz number 8. Like I mentioned at the very beginning, I am going to create a location in Linktree, a link in Linktree, where I'm going to house all of our quiz reviews, the videos, and the actual documentation, so that everyone can go back and study at their leisure or cover any information that they would like to cover or need to cover. And if you have a question about any of the quizzes 1 through 7, this week's quiz, or any of them, any of the responses, answers, or any rule references, reach out to me and we can talk about it, we can discuss it. All right, people. Any questions before we end? And I love it when we're on time.
Hey, Wayne, just out of curiosity,
Uh-huh.
are you going to compile a large test or a bigger test at the end of all of this, or no?
That was my plan, and yes, and I was going to surprise everybody with it. Faye.
Oh, I'm sorry to ruin it.
Faye, get out of my head.
Well, because I'm just thinking about like this quiz probably is one of the worst ones that I did on, and I'm like, oh, well, I feel like he should compile all our like the worst, I don't know, tests, the worst questions that everyone answered on, and do a test and see how well we, I don't know, do at the end. But that was just my thought process. Whatever you do, you're great at what you do. So there you go. Thank you.
Hey, no, but you're right. The idea is to create, like I said, a summary quiz. I'm not going to call it a test. We'll call it a summary quiz. And it's going to prepare us for the NCAA test. So we'll have it before the NCAA test comes out this season. So we can go through it, we can review it, and that kind of gets us in the mindset to get ready for that test. Oh, let me let Nicole back in. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any questions before we break? All right, people. Hey, Nicole, say hello to everybody before everybody breaks out.
Hey, everybody.
Wonderful. All right, people. Hey, everybody have a great week. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll get together. We'll chop it up.